but you've got Expert Agent, you've got Desres, you've got loads of these CRM systems. I keep hearing agents saying they almost bought a Ferrari, but using it like a Fiesta.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, why do they buy a Ferrari and not use it? Well, because when you pitch a software system to an agent, it sounds like, oh my God, this is brilliant. It's going to make less work and more money for us. And that's generally true of most of the systems, if you use them correctly. We went for really high value. We went for, because what I worked out is that it doesn't matter whether you're sales or lettings, it doesn't matter whether you're top of the market or bottom of the market, whether you're in Liverpool or London. If you are an agency, you have to win instructions, you have to get viewings in order to get offers, in order to get a deal, and even then you've only got a chance of getting paid if the deal actually completes.
True.
Instructions, viewings, offers, deals. There is no agency for which that process is not true. Okay, and the functionality we built in was focused around that, not around admin. Most of the other systems focused about doing letter generation. Well, if you can automate letter generation, it saves a bit of time, but it doesn't really turbocharge your business. But if every time you get a new instruction, without any member of staff having to remember to do so, your system instantly and personally updates every registered applicant that matches that property. So you've got people picking up the phone, ringing, asking for viewings before your staff even know that instruction's hit the market. You are jumping several days down the road in front of your competitors in terms of speed to market, getting viewings booked.
So what you're saying is that this system took the negotiator out of pressing a button and let the system do the button pressing.
Precisely, so that the negotiator could just actually enjoy being on his viewings, not having to worry about, I've got to go back to the office and go and press the buttons. All the routine stuff that happens, for example, new instruction hits the market, well, the first thing you want is for all your applicants to know about it.
Yes.
And we made sure that happened before it even got to the portals. So if you were an agent and you got an instruction, you were able to tell your
Sounds
client,
so simple, yet it doesn't happen, does it?
to this day, I cannot understand why all the other CRM systems have not created what we created then 10 years ago, because all of our customers have said that is the single most valuable thing that it does.
It automatically emails out.
Emails and or texts, but in a highly personalised way. So it's, dear Chris, we've just taken on this new instruction. Here's a link to it. Lots of love, Charlie. In other words, it looks like your negotiator has sent it to you personally. It is not.
Why don't most CRM systems do that then?
And if you hit the reply, it will come to my email address. So applicants would genuinely believe.
It does sound quite simple, Charlie.
I know. And that's why I can't understand why more people haven't done it. So if you look at, for example, Expert Agents, to this day, it's a Wednesday send out. And if you're an applicant in Expert Agent, as far as I can tell, you'll get that email even if you haven't got any new matching properties. And it says, click here to see the new properties that match you this week. You click on it, sorry, there are no new matches. Disappointment. Once a week? Yeah, maybe 15 years ago that was okay. But today, people want to know now if something's new, especially in lettings.
Well, let's be honest, it gets uploaded to Rightmove in real time. If you can get it out to them before Rightmove, you've got a step ahead, haven't you? And
And you actually want your existing registered applicants, the ones who've bothered to come in your office or pick up the phone and register, they deserve, in a way, to hear about it before anyone else.
Okay, so how long have you been doing that then? We're now...
It's been going for 10 years.
10 years.
And we also added in this really clever function that would allow a negotiator to get back to the office. He's got an email telling him, by the way, this new instruction came on, it's been sent out to your applicants, this many have received it, this many haven't because of whatever reason.
And is that all you've been doing for the last 10 years?
Mm-hmm. It does a lot more. I mean, it uploads to the portals, it does letters, there's a website powering part of it. It also has this really powerful tool called Tracker, which does sniper marketing to potential new instructions. And we've got some very, very loyal clients who love it and credit their business growth to it. But again, this other thing we had was, back in the day, a negotiator's job was pick up the phone, go through your applicant box and ring everyone and try and get viewings. Well, that's, of course, what a negotiator's job is, but that's a very laborious, time-consuming process to just be ringing people in a random way. And what EasyMatch did was they'd get back, they'd see the list of applicants, and at a glance, they could see which ones had opened the email and which ones had clicked on it and how many times. So they knew which applicants to call first. And
why don't most CRM systems do that?
Nothing does that. EasyMatch is still the only one that does that.
So why did you set up CEILA then?
CEILA?
Yes.
I was curious as to why no one else was doing it. I'm now not curious as to why no one else was doing it, but when there were lots of independent agents going, we don't have a voice. Okay. We're independent agents, we'd like a voice, because at the moment, the existing organisations are effectively controlled by the corporates.
Okay.
And I have always believed, because I've never been an agent, right? And I've had corporate clients, small clients, and everything in between. And my question has always been, how does a member of the public choose the right agent for their circumstances? Okay. What is the best way to choose your agent? Because no one knows, still. And my objective
for sale boards, isn't it? The one with the most for sale boards. Or the one with the prettiest boards.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no scientific approach to it at all, or even good objective advice anywhere. And after 20 years of working with agents of all kinds and at all levels, my genuine personal opinion is that, generally speaking, a local independent agent with their name above the door has got more to lose from not selling or letting a property or giving a good experience than anyone else. And therefore, they're more motivated, right? Mm-hmm. The owner of a business is 10 times more motivated than the branch manager of a corporate who gets 10% commission of your fee. The owner gets all your fee. So if you're in a difficult situation when you're struggling to sell your house, the owner of that independent will go further
above and beyond, yes,
to make sure that deal holds together.
We've both seen that,
because they need that. Yeah. You know, a branch manager of a corporate who takes on an instruction that doesn't sell costs him nothing. If you own your own agency and you take on an instruction, you sell it, you market it, you do viewings, it's cost you money. You don't want to lose that instruction. So for that reason, and also your personal reputation is at stake and your own business profitability is at stake, you will fight harder to get those deals done. And that translates into a better experience for the user. Now, there are some brilliant people in corporate agency, and this is not a criticism of the people in corporate business or even the onliners. There are some great people in online agencies as well. But the actual business model promotes better personal service if you're an independent than it does if you're a corporate.
Yeah, because you've got skin in the game.
They really have got skin in the game. And they take the long-term view. They live in that town. They know people. They want to get recommended. So my purely objective viewpoint, and if anyone ever asks me, how do I choose the right agent? The first thing I always say is, don't instruct an agent if you can't get the mobile number of the owner.
Fair goes.
Right? Because if something goes wrong and you're unhappy and you call that person, they will fix it.
Come back to the original question. Right. Why did you set it up?
Why did I set up that CRM system? Oh,
no,
CEILA, sorry.
CEILA.
I thought it was in the public's interest to learn about how to choose the best agent for their personal circumstances. And everyone's need to sell or let is driven by a complex set of personal circumstances. And the agent who gets to know those circumstances the best is likely to have the best relationship with that client and therefore be able to get the best result.
So why didn't CEILA work then?
Because there are deep divisions among independent agents.
Go on.
And what I discovered was you have the high-profile independents, the vocal ones, the ones who are investing lots of time and money in their marketing and their brand and their technology, and they look quite glossy, and a lot of them are very, very good. And I was told off the record by some of our members of that ilk, of that section, what CEILA's planning to do is going to help the weaker agents. And they don't want